Passion. Just one of the many things it takes to win the MHL Championship. This year's newest team had more than any other.
Woo! Let's go, boys! Woo!
The Squirrels were the newest addition to the MHL, the first ever expansion team, and with that came pressure and unknowing. Eager to begin their journey to the Cup, the Squirrels looked ahead to Week 1, in which they matched up against the Flying Pucks. Under new management this season, the Flying Pucks were looking to rebound from their Round 1 loss last season and find their own way to the Cup. The Squirrels came into Week 1 not knowing what to expect.
Yeah, before I joined this, when you so kindly asked me to join, I was on the fence. I played a little bit of hockey, bubble hockey, when I was younger. As soon as I came in and saw you guys warming up for the games and just getting a feel for the vibe and the energy of the room, I knew this was for me.
But in a positive turn of events, they easily controlled Game 1 and kept that momentum into the second game of the series with convincing wins to put the league on notice.
That general manager for the Pucks, I felt bad playing him the first week because that score did not reflect, 6-0 and 2-0. He was much better than that as you look at the stats of his game going down the season. It's just, we were both going into it, didn't really know what to expect.
In Week 2, the Squirrels met their first real hurdle, the Hornets. The Hornets had split their Week 1 series with the Loons and were not satisfied with the outcome. An offensive juggernaut would be the first true test for the Squirrels.
Winning one game is great, but I gotta keep the offense rolling into Week 2, and I need some more points to find my way up in these standings.
Game 1 would start well for the Squirrels, as they would strike twice in a row. The real story became their goaltending, as number 32 would step up and make 14 saves in a decisive 3-1 victory.
Maybe just one, but I feel like our goalie really put us above and beyond, and ultimately led us to the championship.
Game 2 would be the Squirrels' first test of the season. At the end of the regulation, the score was 1-1. Overtime would end quickly as the Hornets would hand the Squirrels their first ever
in front
loss.
to number 19, he shoots and scores. Number 19 for the Hornets, taking this one.
In Week 3, the Squirrels went head-to-head with the 3-1 HB Wombats. Having been to 2 finals already, beating the Wombats was no easy task for any team. The Squirrels would, however, easily dispatch the Wombats, outscoring them 5-1 in the series, getting goals from 4 different players in a complete team effort.
That was a struggle. It was so fast-paced, and it just played so much defense that it was hard to even get shots on goal.
Week 4, the Liberty. Having a disappointing season up to this point, the Liberty were just 2-6 and in desperate need of points in the standings. Their centre number 9 had found his groove, and they were looking to capitalize on that. But it was the goalie, number 32 for the Squirrels, who came up huge in the series yet again, saving all 9 shots faced, allowing the Squirrels to sweep the Liberty and improve their record to an impressive 7-0-1.
I felt coming from that Week 3 game, I kind of saw that chaos and speed, got me the win. Let's just, I don't even want to see the puck, at all. Let's just, hopefully our goalie blocks it. And might have gotten his head a little bit because, always got that hand on the goalie. But yeah, it was a lot of fun playing with them. I think the refs were getting a little mad at us because the puck kept going out of play. And I'm surprised we didn't get a game misconduct or definitely got a warning, but we got pretty lucky.
At this point in the season, it felt like nobody could stop the Squirrels. The jury was in and the Squirrels were no longer an underdog. Heading into the final week, they looked forward towards the Loons, the most defensive team in the league. Coming in at an impressive 6-2, the Loons felt that they could do some damage against the Squirrels.
The thing with the Squirrels is that guy just is reeking confidence. We saw him have this little fall off of offense. I think it's a team that you can get to. I think you can beat them.
Game 1 raged on. The teams exchanged chances, but it would be self-inflicted goals that would push the game into overtime.
They're not able to, tries to get the puck to 62, who finds it, and it's going to be an own goal with 40 seconds left. Not allowing this. Number 98 shoots it, and it looks like an own goal.
In overtime, an unlikely hero would emerge for the Squirrels.
Up 52 shoots it off the backboard, and the puck falls in. Number 52, the overtime winner.
Number 52 would put the puck on net, and an own goal would finish off the Loons in Game 1. But it would be Game 2 that would for the first time strike fear into the Squirrels. A regulation loss, their first, of a pair of goals from number 98 would be the first chink in the armor of the near-perfect Squirrels team.
It's all defense. If you can make him work for it, if you can keep him from scoring, or if you get the early goal, mental game is gone. For the Squirrels, it is all about defensively frustrating the crap out of him.
The playoffs. All of the work put into this season would all come down to one series. The Squirrels lie in wait as they were able to secure a bye week in the first round of the playoffs. The Loons, victorious over the Pucks, would clinch their spot in a dominating performance over the Flying Puck, scoring 9 goals in 2 games. The collision course was set as the Squirrels would have to face the Loons yet again.
Yeah, the Loons are, I feel like that's going to be my rival, and they honestly scare me the most out of any of the teams here.
The so recently departed battle would restart in the semi-finals as the Squirrels and Loons clashed once again. In Game 1, number 77 would strike less than a minute in on a miscue from the Loons.
Testing the goalie, takes a nice little shot. There's another one, but 3 moves it. A bad turnover. 86 rolls in off of his own stick, it looks like.
Just minutes later, he would score again to put the Squirrels up 2-0, a lead in which the Loons wouldn't be able to recover. Game 1 had gone to the Squirrels. Game 2 started, and less than 30 seconds into it, again, the Loons would make a mistake. An own goal would start things off for the Squirrels.
62 is going to get credit, but the Loons, again for the second game in a row, have scored on themselves first.
The Loons wouldn't let up, however, as number 98 would resurge and score a beautiful goal to even the score.
Shoots it, and he scores. Number 98 with an incredible goal there, as he now has the puck. He needs.
His heroics, however, would turn into catastrophe, as the Loons would put in 2 more own goals, unbelievably allowing the Squirrels advance for a shot at the cup.
No, I think he's a great competitor. I think he's going to make the league a whole lot better. He plays a really good mix of offense and defense, and he lets me, kind of throw goals in my own net. So he did really well.
But on the other side of the bracket, their rivals in the Hornets would make quick work of the HB Wombats in a gutsy performance by the captain, number 19. 5 goals in the series, the Hornets' offense would overpower the Wombats.
Offense felt really good. 19 coming into his own again, a little support from the wings, and defense felt pretty good too, only allowed a couple, so pretty happy with the overall performance, confident going into the finals.
The Hornets had also been quietly dominating the league, finishing with an identical 8-1-1 record that the Squirrels shared. Their captain, number 19, won his 3rd scoring title with 25 points on the season, and the depth scoring wasn't an issue for them this season. If the Squirrels wanted to win this series, they wouldn't be able to rely on own goals and self-inflicted mistakes this time.
Yeah, this is the most confident I think I've ever felt going into the finals. So if the Squirrels want to win it, they're going to have to take it from me.
Looking at the finals, Hornets Squirrels, new matchup, new rivalry.
The stage was set. Hornets, Squirrels. The Hornets came into the series with experience, but it was the Squirrels who settled down and found the back of the net first. Just a minute and 30 seconds into the game, the Squirrels would strike first.
62 trying to get it out front, but can't. Finds a lane, and number 62 gets the first goal of this series.
The celebration wouldn't last too long, however, as the Hornets would strike back, not once but twice. The experience and poise of the Hornets was coming into play, putting the Squirrels in an unfamiliar situation in these playoffs. The Squirrels were able to strike back, as their center was able to find the back of the net with 2 minutes left in the game. Again, the celebration would not last, as the Hornets would again take the lead off an incredible bank shot.
Turned away. Number 8 shoots it, banks it off the back, and scores. He banks it off that far board, and it somehow finds its way in.
Most teams would be unable to match this type of offense, but the Squirrels were up to the task. The center would again come in clutch with not 1 but 2 goals. Now leading with 30 seconds left, the Squirrels' defense and goaltending were able to hold off the Hornets, propelling them to a Game 1 victory.
Those final 2 minutes that I gotta be playing for Game 2. And I have no idea what my center was doing, but he really stepped it up. Because, I got 3 goals that game, and that was a bit shocking.
Now just 1 game away from glory, the Squirrels knew they would need to slow down the Hornets' potent defense. Number 19 was known for taking over big games, and the Squirrels' goaltender knew he had to be up to the task. The Hornets pepper him early, but number 32 stood up to the task, turning aside every chance the Hornets could muster.
Over to number 9, looking in front to number 19 with a big save by number 32. Puck moved back in front to number 19, 32 with another huge save.
Frustration began to set in as both teams struggled to get any offense going.
I was just trying to match his energy, because I know if I get 1 goal on him, I think the odds are in my favor.
With just 10 seconds left, it would be the Squirrels, number 77, who would find the back of the net off of a perfect feed from the right wing.
19 with a big opportunity, can't bring it home. 14 moves it over to number 4. 4 back behind 52 with 10 seconds left. 52 has it, throws it, shoots it on net, and it's a goal. Number 77 scores with 7 seconds left for the Squirrels to go up in the series with 1 second left. And the Squirrels are going to take game number 2 and win the MHL championship. Congratulations, number 32, with an outstanding performance.
And just like that, time ticked down and the Squirrels had completed their journey and became the Season 3 champions.
I mean, they were just like a powerhouse, just very well-rounded in defense, scoring, goaltending.
Dominate wasn't the right term you gotta use. There's a lot of competition I had to get through here. Every single player there, I had to go through. It was a fight. But, in the end, team really just bugged down. The dryland training really paid off. Got to give it to the wingers. And, that final game. I was sweating balls. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, you're allowed to say that.
No, he's great. He brings a lot of good energy.
Positive.
He brings a lot of positive, fun vibes. And Season 1, the Wombats and the Hornets brought the league in and then brought it up because everybody has to play to this level. I think they're going to run the league for the next year. I think they're going to be the team to beat. They're going to be the team you're coming in thinking, how do I pick this team apart? Because they don't have any glaring weaknesses.
And I kind of wanted to do like a documentary about the ups and downs of these teams, but the problem is they had no downs. They had no downs the entire time, so it wouldn't be a roller coaster ride. There was no adversity. I mean, you just plowed through the league and beat everybody.
Squirrels are a tenacious little rodent that a lot of people put down. And you know what? Once you get to know them and realize that they're just trying to bury a nut, like I do a puck every single night, you realize they're not so bad. And I felt like it really represented the team. We kind of came out of nowhere, but just like the nuts that we hid, we put a lot of pucks in the net.